Hello Star Wars fans, Adam the Star Wars Questioner here. Few characters in the Star Wars universe have caused as much a stir in the Star Wars universe as Darth Vader. Falling from grace of the Jedi Council and one of the greatest traitors the galaxy ever saw, he paid for his crimes with the loss of all his limbs and being required to live in a suit that was his life support. However, there was no denying that the man who had come before Vader had been a powerful Jedi. Even before he made his impression in the public eye as a Jedi, he had been a slave of considerable skill, even winning the Boonta Eve Race. He was unable to give up his love of pod racing as he decorated his walls with the posters of pod racers. Vader did eventually return to the light side, motivated by his strong love of family. So how much was really dead and how much was still alive of the man he had been? How much of Vader was actually Anakin Skywalker?
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
In a conversation with Palpatine, the Dark Lord had asked him if he thought it curious that Vader, Palpatine, and Tarkin had each come from insignificant parts of the galaxy. Vader feigned not to understand what his master said, and even when Palpatine specified he talked about Tatooine, Vader refused to acknowledge that he had come from Tatooine, preferring to see himself as from Mustafar and not from Tatooine. However, despite his efforts to get rid of the Skywalker persona, Vader couldn't completely get rid of it. He carried over his hobby of customizing his vehicles. His familiarity with his troops was something he carried from the Clone Wars. Other small things remained of the man he had once been. In fact, just enough remained that close observers like Ahsoka and Tarkin could guess who he had once been. Few, however, dared to make a comment on it.
My master could never be as vile as you.
Anakin Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him.
Yep, what about pod racing? Did he ever think of his glory days as a pod racer? Did he ever bet on the races as Vader? Probably not. A bunch of what he had once been died on Mustafar. Pod racing had been from a time where he had been a slave, a time even as a Jedi he did not like to think of. But enough remains that those who knew Anakin could see him in the darkness of Vader. Thanks for watching, guys. Do you think he moonlighted as a pod racer, or was it too much a reminder of him of Anakin and he effectively purged it from his system? Leave your comments down below, and as always, have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.
Show me again the power of the darkness, and I will let nothing stand in our way.